Have you ever wondered why so many seniors lose their ability to walk confidently, even when they think they're doing everything right, including taking their vitamins? The truth is, not all vitamins are helpful after 60. In fact, some of them might be doing more harm than good, especially when it comes to the strength and stability of your legs. Maintaining strong legs isn't just about vanity or staying fit. It's about protecting your independence, your mobility, and ultimately, your freedom to live life on your own terms. According to research conducted by the National Institute on Aging, loss of muscle strength, especially in the lower body, is one of the biggest predictors of falls, fractures, and long-term disability among older adults. Weak legs can silently steal away the ability to enjoy simple activities, like climbing stairs, walking through the grocery store, or playing with grandchildren, without you even realizing it until it's too late. When you think about staying healthy after 60, you probably think about heart health, blood pressure, maybe even memory. But what often gets overlooked is something even more critical to daily living: the strength of your legs. Without strong legs, basic tasks like standing up from a chair, carrying groceries, or even taking a simple walk can become exhausting and risky. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, highlights that 1 out of every 4 Americans aged 65 and older falls each year, and weakened leg muscles are one of the leading causes. Falling doesn't just mean a scraped knee, it can mean broken hips, head injuries, and in many cases, a permanent loss of independence. Sadly, after a major fall, many seniors are never able to live fully on their own again. But leg strength is about more than just preventing accidents. Your legs house some of the largest muscles in your body: your quadriceps, hamstrings, calves, and glutes. These muscles aren't just for movement. They also act as essential pumps that help circulate blood back to your heart. According to the Mayo Clinic, strong leg muscles can significantly lower the risk of blood clots, improve cardiovascular health, and maintain healthier blood sugar levels, all critical factors as you age. Leg strength is directly tied to something called functional independence. This term, often used by researchers at Harvard Medical School, refers to your ability to perform basic tasks without assistance. Walking, bathing, climbing stairs, getting in and out of a car, these simple activities form the foundation of living a life on your own terms. When your leg muscles weaken, you start to lose that independence piece by piece. What makes this even more alarming is that muscle loss after 60 happens faster than most people realize. This natural decline, known as sarcopenia, can lead to a 3% to 5% loss of muscle mass per decade if no active measures are taken. Sarcopenia doesn't just make you weaker, it changes how you move, how you balance, and how confident you feel in your body. Before you know it, you might start avoiding activities you once loved simply because they feel too risky. The tragedy is that many seniors believe they are doing everything right, eating well, taking vitamins, staying relatively active, yet their legs continue to weaken. Why? Because sometimes, hidden in the background, are mistakes we don't even know we're making. Small choices, like which vitamins we take daily, can quietly undermine all our other efforts. Even well-intentioned habits can backfire if we're not fully informed. That's why understanding how different vitamins and supplements impact your muscles is not just a good idea, it's absolutely critical. Especially because what worked in your 30s or 40s may not be what your body needs now. For most of our lives, we've been taught that vitamins are always a good thing, a safety net to fill in the gaps of our diet. Multivitamins, supplements, fortified foods, They're marketed as essential tools to keep us healthy, strong, and energetic. But what if that belief, while well-meaning, isn't entirely true, especially after the age of 60? The truth is, not all vitamins are universally beneficial, and taking them without understanding how they work in the body can sometimes cause more harm than good. Aging changes the way our bodies absorb, store, and use nutrients. What your body needed and could easily handle in your 30s and 40s might be completely different from what it needs in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Research from the National Institutes of Health, NIH, shows that certain vitamins, when taken in excess or without medical necessity, can accumulate in the body and lead to toxic effects. Unlike water-soluble vitamins, which are excreted relatively easily, fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K can build up in tissues over time. This buildup can quietly interfere with muscle function, nerve signaling, and even balance, without any obvious warning signs at first. Yet, despite these risks, the idea that more is better continues to drive vitamin use among older adults. A 2022 study by the Cleveland Clinic found that nearly 70% of seniors regularly take at least one supplement daily, often without discussing it with their doctor. Many assume that because something is natural or over-the-counter, it must be safe in any amount. But nature doesn't always mean harmless, especially when it comes to powerful compounds that directly interact with your body's delicate systems. Most people believe that vitamins are only helpers, boosting the body's natural strength, immunity, and energy. And while that's true in many cases, there's another side to the story, especially after 60, when the body processes nutrients differently. Some vitamins, when taken in the wrong amounts, can actually weaken your muscles, affect nerve communication, and disrupt your body's natural balance, leading directly to leg weakness. To understand how this happens, you need to know that your muscles rely on a delicate interaction between vitamins, minerals, and hormones to stay strong and responsive. Think of it like an orchestra. Every nutrient plays its part in creating harmony. But if one instrument, like a certain vitamin, gets too loud or out of tune, the entire performance can suffer. Similarly, if one vitamin becomes too dominant or too scarce, your muscles can lose strength, coordination, and endurance. For example, excess amounts of certain fat-soluble vitamins can build up in muscle tissues and interfere with calcium regulation inside your cells. According to researchers at the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health, when calcium signaling is disrupted, your muscles can't contract properly. You might start feeling subtle symptoms like frequent leg cramps, twitching, weakness, or a sense of instability when walking, all early warning signs that something is wrong beneath the surface. Another critical issue is nerve communication. Your muscles depend heavily on the signals they receive from your nervous system to function. Some vitamins in too high or too low concentrations can interrupt this communication, making your movements slower, shakier, and less coordinated. Over time, this can set the stage for serious balance issues and falls. What makes this even more dangerous is that these changes don't happen overnight. They creep up slowly. You may not feel any different after taking a new supplement for a few weeks or even months. But beneath the surface, imbalances are growing, and your leg muscles are gradually losing strength. That's why it's essential to understand not just what you're taking, but how much and whether you truly need it. Vitamins are powerful tools, but like any tool, they must be used wisely, especially after 60, when your body's margins for error become much smaller. In the next section, we'll reveal one of the 2 worst vitamins that could be weakening your legs without you even realizing it. The first vitamin that could be silently weakening your legs after 60 is vitamin A, when taken in excess. Now, vitamin A is essential for health. It supports vision, immune function, and skin repair. But when too much vitamin A builds up in your system, it can cause serious problems, particularly for your muscles and bones. The National Institutes of Health, NIH, warns that chronic overconsumption of vitamin A, especially from supplements, can lead to muscle weakness, bone loss, and even fractures. Here's how it happens. Vitamin A is fat-soluble, meaning it's stored in the body's fat tissues and liver, not quickly excreted like water-soluble vitamins. When you consistently consume more vitamin A than your body needs, the excess builds up over time, becoming toxic to cells. In your muscles, this toxicity interferes with protein synthesis, the very process that repairs and builds strong muscle fibers. Without efficient protein synthesis, your muscles start shrinking and weakening, particularly in the legs, which carry the most weight. But it doesn't stop there. Excess vitamin A also leaches calcium from your bones, making them more brittle. This not only weakens your skeletal support, but also increases your risk of fractures in case of a fall. According to a landmark study published by Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, individuals with consistently high vitamin A intake had a significantly higher rate of hip fractures compared to those with moderate intake, a frightening statistic for anyone concerned about aging safely. Another problem tied to vitamin A toxicity is balance disruption. High levels of vitamin A can affect the inner ear and the brain centers responsible for balance and spatial orientation. That means not only do your legs become weaker, but your ability to stay upright and navigate your environment becomes impaired, a dangerous combination. Unfortunately, many seniors are unknowingly getting too much vitamin A. It's not just in supplements. It's also added to fortified cereals, dairy, products, and even some nutrition bars. A typical multivitamin might contain 100% or even 200% of the daily recommended allowance. And when combined with dietary sources, the levels can easily soar into dangerous territory. Early signs of vitamin A overload include fatigue, muscle aches, joint pain, dizziness, and yes, progressive leg weakness. If you're experiencing these symptoms and are regularly taking supplements that include vitamin A, especially in the form of retinol or retinol palmitate, it's worth a serious conversation with your healthcare provider. One important distinction to make is between preformed vitamin A, found in animal products and supplements, and provitamin A carotenoids, found in plant foods like carrots and sweet potatoes. Your body can regulate the conversion of carotenoids into vitamin A based on its needs, making them a safer choice. However, excessive preformed vitamin A from pills or fortified foods can easily push you into dangerous territory. So what can you do instead? First, avoid taking multivitamins or individual vitamin A supplements unless specifically prescribed by your doctor based on a documented deficiency. Focus instead on getting vitamin A naturally from colorful vegetables and fruits, where your body can control how much it uses. Also, double-check labels on processed foods, as many are surprisingly fortified with high levels of vitamin A. If you need a supplement, opt for one that derives vitamin A primarily from beta-carotene, rather than retinol. This form is much less likely to build up to toxic levels in your body. And always discuss any supplements you take with a knowledgeable healthcare provider, preferably one familiar with the latest guidelines on senior nutrition. Caring for your leg strength isn't just about exercise. It's also about protecting your muscles and bones from hidden dangers in your daily habits, including the supplements you trust the most. Vitamin A, when misused, is a silent saboteur, but now you have the knowledge to stop it before it causes serious damage. The second vitamin that could be undermining your leg strength after 60 is vitamin E, particularly when taken in high supplemental doses. Vitamin E is often praised for its antioxidant properties. It protects cells from oxidative stress, boosts immune health, and even supports skin and eye health. However, when taken in excess, vitamin E can have unintended negative effects on your muscles, nervous system, and overall stability. Research conducted by the Mayo Clinic has revealed that high doses of supplemental vitamin E may interfere with muscle function and coordination, two critical elements for maintaining strong, steady legs as we age. Vitamin E is fat-soluble, meaning the body stores it in fat tissue rather than excreting it immediately. This storage capability allows vitamin E to build up over time, especially when high-dose supplements are taken daily. According to findings from the National Institutes of Health, NIH, excessive vitamin E supplementation has been linked to increased muscle weakness, impaired nerve conduction, and even a higher risk of hemorrhagic stroke due to its blood-thinning effects. In your muscles, vitamin E plays a crucial role in maintaining the integrity of cell membranes. But too much vitamin E can disrupt this balance. Oversupplementation can lead to a weakening of the muscle fibers, making them more susceptible to damage during everyday activities. For older adults whose muscle mass is already declining naturally due to age-related sarcopenia, this additional stress can accelerate weakness, particularly in the legs where strength is most needed for mobility. The nervous system is also at risk. Vitamin E affects the transmission of nerve signals, especially those responsible for muscle control. High doses can slow down these signals, causing delayed reflexes, poor coordination, and a greater likelihood of stumbling or losing balance. The Cleveland Clinic emphasizes that subtle declines in neuromuscular performance often go unnoticed until a fall or injury occurs, making early prevention critical. Furthermore, vitamin E's blood-thinning properties can pose a serious danger. While a moderate amount of blood thinning can reduce clot risk, excessive thinning can lead to internal bleeding, including microbleeds within muscles and joints. This can result in unexplained bruising, muscle soreness, and additional weakness, all of which can worsen your ability to walk steadily. Most people do not realize how easy it is to overdose on vitamin E. Many popular multivitamins contain 100% to 300% of the recommended daily value, and some anti-aging supplements boast even higher concentrations. Additionally, vitamin E is found in fortified foods like cereals and snack bars. Over time, these sources add up, silently tipping your intake into dangerous territory. The Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health warns that individuals who take more than 400 IU international units of vitamin E daily face an increased risk of health complications, including muscle weakness and balance issues. Yet many supplements marketed toward seniors contain 800 IU or more, double the amount associated with higher risk. Early signs of vitamin E overdose can include unexplained fatigue, muscle cramps, difficulty walking, and increased bruising. These symptoms are often mistaken for normal aging, but in reality, they may signal that your body is struggling under the weight of too much vitamin E. To protect your legs and your overall health, it's crucial to be mindful of your vitamin E intake. The best way to get vitamin E is through whole foods like almonds, sunflower seeds, spinach, and avocados, where it's naturally balanced with other nutrients. These food sources provide the antioxidant benefits without the risks associated with high-dose supplements. If you choose to supplement, Work with a healthcare provider to ensure you are not exceeding the safe upper limit. Ideally, you should aim for about 15 milligrams, 22.4 IU, of vitamin E per day from a combination of food and supplements, a far cry from the megadoses promoted by some companies. It's easy to overlook the early signs that something is wrong. With your leg strength, many people simply chalk it up to getting older. But if you're unknowingly taking too much vitamin A, vitamin E, or other supplements that interfere with muscle and nerve health, there are specific warning signs you should never ignore. One of the first and most common signs is unexplained muscle fatigue. This isn't the tired feeling you get after a long walk or a day of activity. It's a deep, nagging fatigue in your legs that seems out of proportion to your effort. According to the National Institute on Aging, when muscles don't function properly due to nutritional imbalances, they tire more quickly and recover more slowly. Another red flag is frequent cramping or twitching in the legs, even when you're at rest. While occasional cramps are common, regular or worsening cramps could indicate that your muscles are struggling with poor nerve communication, a known side effect of excess fat-soluble vitamins. You may also notice difficulty with balance and coordination. If you feel less steady on your feet, trip more often, or hesitate when stepping down stairs or curbs, your nervous system may not be sending strong, reliable signals to your leg muscles. The Mayo Clinic highlights that subtle impairments in neuromuscular control are often early warning signs of deeper issues that, if ignored, can lead to serious falls. Another symptom to watch for is muscle soreness without a clear cause. If your legs feel achy, bruised, or tender without you having exercised intensely, it could signal internal muscle stress caused by improper vitamin levels. Similarly, unusual bruising, especially around the thighs or calves, may point toward blood vessel fragility linked to high vitamin E intake. Finally, pay attention to any loss of endurance. If tasks that once felt easy, like walking a few blocks, standing in line, or climbing stairs, start to feel overwhelmingly difficult, it could be a warning that your leg muscles are weakening faster than normal. This gradual loss of stamina should never be brushed off as just aging. Recognizing these warning signs early gives you the chance to correct course before more serious consequences occur. If you experience any of these symptoms and you're taking supplements regularly, it's time to take a closer look at your vitamin routine and consult with a knowledgeable healthcare provider. If you're concerned about keeping your legs strong and steady after 60, the good news is there are safer and smarter ways to support your health without risking the dangers of excessive vitamin intake. Instead of relying on high-dose supplements, focusing on natural food sources and balanced nutrition is the key. According to the Harvard Medical School, getting vitamins from whole foods ensures better absorption and reduces the risk of toxicity because nutrients are delivered alongside fiber, antioxidants, and other protective compounds. For vitamin A, prioritize colorful vegetables like carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, and bell peppers. These foods provide beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A that your body converts safely as needed. There's little risk of overdose from food sources, so you can nourish your vision, skin, and immune system without harming your muscles. For vitamin E, aim for nuts, seeds, and green leafy vegetables like spinach and Swiss chard, almonds, sunflower. Seeds and avocados are particularly rich in vitamin E and provide healthy fats that also benefit your heart and joints. The body handles vitamin E from food much more gracefully than from concentrated supplements, reducing the chance of muscle weakness and blood-thinning complications. In addition to eating smarter, incorporating specific exercises can dramatically Improve leg strength and balance. The National Institute on Aging recommends simple routines like chair squats, heel-to-toe walking, and calf raises, which can be done at home without special equipment. These exercises strengthen key muscle groups in the legs and improve coordination, offering a double layer of protection against falls. Staying hydrated is another underrated factor. Muscle function relies heavily on proper hydration, and mild dehydration, common among seniors, can exaggerate muscle fatigue and cramping. Make sure to drink plenty of water throughout the day, even if you don't feel thirsty. Finally, always have regular conversations with your healthcare provider about your supplement routine. Bring a list of everything you're taking, not just prescriptions, but also over-the-counter vitamins, minerals, and herbal supplements. The Cleveland Clinic strongly encourages medication reviews at least once a year to catch potential overdoses or harmful combinations early. As you move beyond 60, your body changes in ways that demand a more thoughtful approach to health. Supplements that once seemed harmless can quietly work against you if you aren't careful. The most important advice is to shift your mindset. Instead of more is better, embrace the idea that balance is best. According to experts at the Mayo Clinic, moderation and targeted nutrition are far more powerful for healthy aging than piling on unnecessary supplements. One of the most empowering things you can do is take ownership of your health information. Read labels carefully. Look at the dosages, the forms of vitamins used, and whether they come from natural or synthetic sources. For example, knowing that vitamin A as retinol is riskier than beta-carotene allows you to make smarter choices when selecting multivitamins or fortified foods. Another vital step is to be cautious about trends and marketing. The supplement industry in the United States is a multi-billion-dollar business, and many products are sold with minimal regulation. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, does not evaluate supplements for effectiveness before they hit the A market. This means the responsibility to verify safety often falls directly on the consumer. Be wary of any product that promises miraculous results, rapid improvements, or claims to be doctor-recommended without providing credible sources. It's also important to remember that personalized medicine is the future. What your neighbor or even your spouse needs nutritionally could be very different from what you need. Work with healthcare professionals who understand senior-specific health concerns. A consultation with a registered dietitian or a geriatric specialist can help you develop a nutrition plan that supports muscle strength, bone health, and balance, without unnecessary risks. Finally, tune into your body. Subtle symptoms like fatigue, dizziness, leg cramps, or unsteadiness are not simply normal aging. They're messages. Paying attention to these early warnings and adjusting your supplement use accordingly can protect your independence and quality of life for years to come. If you've made it this far, you already understand that knowledge is one of your most powerful tools for protecting your health after 60. It's not just about what you eat or what supplements you take. It's about understanding how these choices affect your body today, tomorrow, and years into the future. The Johns Hopkins Medicine team emphasizes that staying informed and proactive leads to significantly better outcomes in aging populations. Take a moment to think about your daily habits. Are you reading labels carefully? Are you consulting with trusted healthcare providers before adding new vitamins or supplements? If not, now is the time to start. Even small changes in awareness can lead to big improvements in strength, balance, and overall vitality. I encourage you to share this important information with the people you care about. Many seniors are unknowingly putting themselves at risk. simply because no one has taken the time to explain the hidden dangers of over-supplementation. You could be the voice that helps someone avoid weakness, injury, or even a preventable fall. Make it a priority today to review your supplement routine. Keep a list, schedule an appointment with your doctor, and ask clear, specific questions. The National Institutes of Health, NIH, provides excellent, up-to-date resources if you want to dig even deeper into safe vitamin practices for seniors. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking it and subscribing to the channel for more trusted health tips, specifically for seniors. Your engagement helps spread this life-changing knowledge to even more people who need it. Stay strong, stay informed, and remember, your best years are still ahead when you empower yourself with the right information. Growing older doesn't mean growing weaker, it means growing wiser. Every choice you make today shapes the strength, balance, and independence you'll enjoy tomorrow. By understanding the hidden dangers of certain vitamins and embracing smarter, safer habits, you're giving your body the best chance to thrive. Trust your instincts, seek real knowledge, and never underestimate your power to change your health story. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more life-changing tips and share this video with others who could benefit. Stay informed, stay active, and stay hopeful. Your best days are ahead.